What is going on, YouTube? My name is Lucas, and today we're going to be talking, of course, about goats. We're going to be talking about water. We're going to be talking about hydrogen infused water. And really, the overall picture, we're going to be talking about LTNC. As you guys know, it is Labor Smart. This is an incredible stock. This is absolutely amazing. And it is unique because, well, I'm a part of what is absolutely amazing is the LTNC Army. Let's go, guys. So if you're interested in LTNC, if you're interested in Labor Smart, if you're interested in hydrogen infused water, if you're interested in goats, I suggest you stay tuned right after this. Ladies and gentlemen, we are a part of something that is tremendously going on right here. We're seeing some cool things. We're seeing professional athletes that are starting to be assembled. We're seeing a drink team, I guess you could call that, assembling like the Avengers and like, obviously, the Justice League. There are some absolute phenomenal people that are really coming together that are going to make this thing something just incredibly special. And guess what? We're all a part of it because we're in the LTNC Army. But before we dive into all of this stuff and really start talking about Takeover Joe, I ask that you guys smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, comment down below, and now it's time to get into the video. Let's go. Alright, I'm going to come out the gate swinging like hopefully some of the athletes that end up joining on with this entire product line. It's going to be exciting. So what we're going to be talking about is right out the gate what hydrogen infused water actually is. Because we understand that H2O, we understand that's water. And we understand that there's two hydrogen atoms attached to oxygen, and that's obviously what makes up that molecule. But now what we're going to be talking about is adding extra hydrogen. And is that good for our body? Is that good for athletes? Is that good for, doing things when it comes to health? That's what I'm here for, guys. And we're going to talk about that. So let's swing on in over here and see actually if hydrogen water is good, what it is all about. So it says hydrogen water is simply pure water with extra hydrogen molecules added to it. Hydrogen is colorless, it is odorless, non-toxic gas that binds to other elements like oxygen, nitrogen, and carbon to form various compounds including table sugars and water. Water molecules consist of two hydrogen atoms and one oxygen atom, but some assert that infusing water with additional hydrogen produces benefits to plain water and what they can't deliver. It's thought that the body can effectively absorb the hydrogen in plain water as it's bound to oxygen. Makes sense. It says certain companies claim that when extra hydrogen is added, these hydrogen molecules are free and more accessible to your body. The product is made by infusing hydrogen gas into pure water before packing it into cans or pouches. And in this case, it sounds like Ryan and obviously Joe met yesterday and did a Twitter live, and they really were talking about what is going on. It sounds like to me this is going to be put into cans and then it's going to be distributed obviously out to the customers. It's amazing, and we're seeing this kind of happen before our eyes. We're seeing the transparency that is being put out through Twitter, and it is beyond exciting. Some of the things I think moving forward at this point are obviously we need to start seeing what athletes are a part of this. We need to see basically who is a part of the team. We need to see obviously what drink people are going to be a part of the team. I think there's a lot more things that we want to see. And obviously, what is the product? What are we going to be talking about? I think that's what's cool. You obviously have a product that you're working on. There's non-disclosure agreements. There's things in place. But as a customer, we want to see what we're going to be buying. So to really corral all that information I just provided you, it kind of sums it up with exactly what Joe said in his tweet. So let's dive in and see what he said. He said, update, LTNC Army. final inspection of our FDA registered canning facility, creating our LTNC water from naturally occurring pristine spring water infused with hydrogen and canned at the source, free of BPA, MTBE, chlorine, and fluoride. Over and out, marching on. Exciting, exciting. Obviously, very good PR right here. We understand that it's the final inspection. They're going through the final process. Everyone's starting to see what is going on when it comes to the facility. Is everything in place? That's what you want to see from a company. That's obviously something you want to see as we continue to be so transparent through Twitter. I think that's extremely, extremely exciting. Now, I think the next step is to actually start to see the product. We want to start to see, everything start to unravel. We want to, I understand non-disclosure agreements. I really do understand what that's all about. But from an obviously LTNC Army member, I want to start to see what we're investing in. What type of hydrogen water? Are we then talking about an energy drink? Are we then talking about supplements? Are we then talking about coffee? Because that was kind of hinted and rumored today. So these are some of the things that I really, as an investor, I want to start to see. And I know a ton of people out there also want to see. Because there's people that are like, hey, if I see the product, I'll order cases. Another thing that I really wanted to recap in this video is Joe's initial live stream, and really the live stream that he put out on March 4th. It was kind of an introductory, really where he wants to take this company and kind of just who he is and the team that he's looking to assemble, plus some product information. So what I'm going to do is go through a timeline and really explain to you from each one what I drew from it. So let's swing on over here. So the very first thing that I caught on was at a minute 27 to a minute 38. He said multiple beverages will be coming, including water. And as we saw in that tweet just a minute ago, we saw that they were going through the final processes of the canning process and things like that. So obviously that is definitely coming out. The next thing, Joe talks about having a figuratively renovate a house. And so when he's talking about renovating the house, he's talking about basically the company that was Labor Smart. It's having to take it from the ground up. And like he said, there's a lot of things that are required to fix up a house, especially if you're, taking it over after it's just been beaten, destroyed, you're renovating it, you're cleaning it up. There's a lot of things, like he said, sheetrock, you got to put new windows in, you got to, obviously paint, you got to put new floors in. There's just a ton of things that you have to do when you're renovating a house. The same goes for a company like this. So obviously he's having to not only redo the company, get it out of debt, and obviously, pay off some things. But on the other hand, he's also trying to create a product that is going to be long lasting, that is going to be beneficial, that is going to draw the interest of athletes and just everyday normal people and people who are enthusiasts of, working out and doing things like that. So he's got a lot on his plate, and it's completely understandable. So then the next thing is, he's talking about taking the product from the ground level to the product people invest in with their health. I think that's extremely significant. But then he also talks about it being an investment opportunity, and I think that's very important as well. He talks about that in the minute 4:03, and he goes all the way to about 4 minutes and 51 seconds. I think that's extremely, extremely significant because that is the point of this. You're talking about someone who is very involved with, obviously, the health industry, someone who has really been doing a lot of things revolving around this type of service, this type of product. And so I think that is extremely, extremely significant that he hit on that. The next thing is that Joe talks about how he needs to bring something new and something creative to the game. And the reason why I brought this one up is because he says he's bored. He doesn't want to be, just bringing a product that is just going to be kind of bland and plain. He wants to bring something that is fresh and new to the game. And I could not agree more with him on that. And the reason I say that is because that is kind of how the beverages are starting to go. People are starting to get very adaptive to energy drinks, certain energy drinks. And, you get one that you like and you go back to it. But you want something creative. You want something new. But you want something that is healthy and really is going to be doing something for your body in a positive way. So I completely understand where he's coming from and why he's doing that. There's a reason why I also believe in kind of what he's talking about. So continuing on, it says that Joe talks about since They have been in the game for some of the process. It should be fast-tracked. So I think that that is a significant piece as well. You're talking about a guy who has been involved with this entire industry for 25 to 30 years. He knows the ins and the outs. He knows the people he needs to talk to. He knows about manufacturing. He knows about, distribution, how to get it into businesses, how to get it into certain things. So a lot of that stuff is going to be fast-tracked. It's getting the product out, getting it, and obviously marketing, getting it out there and drawing that massive interest that people are like, man, I really want to I try that product. I really want to be a part of that product. I want to be able to put that product in my body by drinking it. I think that is a significant, major piece. And I think that's where the team of Avengers or the team of the Justice League is really going to help out in this, because I think he's going to have some major people involved with this, whether it is athletes or professional people who have been doing marketing for a long period of time. I think that is extremely significant. You want, obviously, people who have been doing the same thing as you for a long period of time, who have demonstrated long periods of success, and I think he has that. And like I said too, if you can find a way to get some major athletes on board, whether you're talking about baseball, football, it doesn't matter, basketball, another one that I heard that was mentioned is the Olympics. Guys, there is endless opportunity in sports, and I think that's significant. We're starting to see some celebrities who are really becoming successful in this sector. Obviously, you have The Rock, who is coming out with energy drinks, and Zoe. You obviously have Kevin Hart, who just signed a deal with, a supplement company. There's other people that have been doing this for a little bit now, and I think it shows, people obviously can relate to the celebrity or they can relate to the athlete, and they want to try the product, and I think that's significant. So marketing. I could not be more excited to see what is conducted from this. And now we've come to my favorite part of any video, and that is chart breaking down time. So let's swing on over here and check out ticker symbol LTNC, currently known as Takeover Industries Inc. And that's what's absolutely amazing, was we're starting to see Takeover Industries Inc. So it opened today at 0.03. It got as high as 0.031. It got as low as 0.025, which I think and do believe that is actually where a support has been drawn. Volume today was 280.2 million. Current market cap is 670.6 thousand. 52-week high is 0.045, and its 52-week low is a big fat 0. Average volume 269.1 million. And today it closed at 0.026. That was down 15%. Like I said, guys, we're starting to see a little bit of a support level right there at the 0.025 area. I do kind of start to look to see this thing to rebound as we start to head into, the weekend. I think that we're definitely going to start to see this come back just a little bit more, in hopes that we start to hear a little bit more information. Maybe we start to see what team is assembled. Maybe we get to a sneak peek of what the can looks like. Maybe, just maybe, we get one athlete that comes out and says, hey, we're a part of this. We're promoting this. Guys, I understand. Like I said early on in this video, I completely 100% understand non-disclosure agreements. But from an investment standpoint, I do want to see what the product is actually going to entail. I know a ton of you guys out there do as well. Obviously, the LTNC Army is hyped about this. We're ready to see the product. We want to be a part of the product. We want to support the product. We want to support the company. This is going to be amazing. So I'm excited, like many of you guys are as well. I appreciate you guys swinging by and checking out this video on LTNC, which is now Takeover Industries. So, I appreciate you so much. I really do. This is going to be an incredible ride. I look forward to the journey with the LTNC Army. I do want to remind you guys, I'm not a financial advisor, and anything I say in this video is for pure entertainment purposes only, and that's exactly what I'm here to do, is entertain. And you guys know how I do it. If you like this video, smash that like button. It helps out tremendously. And if you enjoy the content, because I'm going to keep the content flowing, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, have a good day.